Hi everybody, it's Dr. Wendy O'Connor, and today I'm really excited because we have my partner in crime, Miss Jenni, from our wonderful podcast, The Relationship Show.
Fun.
I'm so excited today because today we are going to talk about your authentic self.
I was saying that if we're talking about our authentic selves and we're kind of joking around about using our fingers like, you know, the exits are here, there, whatever, it's often in the face of crisis, in times of crisis, that our most authentic selves come out. And it's less of a surprise or a shock in a crisis if you are always your authentic self. Then you're pretty much dependable and people know who you're going to be when the chips are down, the shit hits the fan.
Yeah, like fight or flight, trauma response kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm open.
Okay, so, and
Stay
you
open.
all at home with this going on.
Because my authentic self does not have naturally white teeth, and I don't wear white strips. But I'm always thinking, my authentic self is always thinking about, should I wear white strips?
But you don't really care.
Yeah.
I'm not doing
don't
it
really
to get
care.
the white effect. I'm just doing it because the tape makes me feel grounded. That I light candles and I'll put flowers.
It's a date with yourself.
Yes, if you can't date yourself, who can you date?
Damn straight. You always know you're going to be treated right.
Right? I don't know, because sometimes we beat ourselves up.
Well, if you're planning a date for yourself, I would hope you're planning a date where you're treating yourself right. But yes, you're right. We don't.
Sometimes people hurt themselves or beat themselves up. We're like, you know, like don't want to treat themselves right.
But are you saying on a date? As a date, they're doing that?
Like a date.
Like I'm going to actually pencil in a date to
slap myself. Yeah, I think that could happen. I mean, I don't do it, but I'm sure there are people
I'm
out
sure
there.
it could.
Yeah.
But my authentic self, speaking of tactile things, I hate the feeling of bare skin on carpet. So much so that if I see somebody else's like foot,
Yeah.
like just kind of going like this on a carpet, barefoot. Oh,
Really?
it's like nails on a chalkboard.
What will I do? What happens to you?
Oh, I don't want to tell you because I'm afraid you're gonna do it.
What if I do it? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, I won't. But my authentic self would like to fuck with you a bit and try it to see
I
what
know,
happens.
but see, that's it. When you reveal your authentic self, you're actually giving people the power to kind of mess with you.
Yes, you're vulnerable. You're opening up. You're saying, I'm showing this part of me that is, trusting. It's a trust thing.
And human. Yeah, and this I'm very human. I have my own little weird, little quirky things.
Yes. Sophie, what do you think? Just weigh in on us.
Animals are always their authentic selves.
Yes.
She doesn't know any other way. She thinks you're delicious.
Our false self,
Hey.
sometimes my false self will use a fake voice. Like, hi, how are you, everybody? What do you think? I'm just kidding. But I mean, it's not, I have like a not so authentic voice. And then I have like, hi, everybody. And I'm still like, I don't know, sometimes I project, which doesn't mean I'm not authentic, but sometimes, I'm trying to find that voice, and sometimes it's not as authentic as it could be. What do you think? Sookie's like, yeah, girl. What is she gonna say?
I don't know what, I think the voice thing is a good thing because I think we all do that too, right? I think sometimes there's moments of that. Fuck. It's not that I don't have a false self. I know I do. Well, I think my false self is, sometimes there is a reason to present your false self. So, I mean, I could say wearing high heels or even wearing a bra, wearing makeup, that's all kind of part of my false self.
Yeah.
But if I'm saying I'm like posturing in some way that's inauthentically, I work so hard to try to be authentically myself. I think maybe that's it. Maybe being overly authentic.
Oh.
No. Like I really don't care about this, so I'm gonna just put it out there. I think my false self,
While you think, I'm just gonna look at my highlight. There's this one little highlight.
I
It's a
really
bit
want to
orange.
give a good example of where I'm a false self.
Girl, if you not false, you not false.
No, I got my false self. I got a little padding in the bra.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you had a boob job. I didn't know.
Oh no, no. That's one of those things.
And if you did have a boob job, is that your false self or is that your real self that is authentically just wanting perkier boobs?
That's a good question, because I think that it depends on how you perceive it. I think if you have had work done and you own it,
yes,
as if it is, and say this is part of who I am and this is what I am and I'm loving it. This is who I want to be. Then that's authentic.
However, I think Dr. Azita, hi girl, thank you. What's up? What's up? You know who you are.
You know what you do.
I love Dr. Azita. Let's just say when I leave her office, I look awake and I'm sometimes sleeping. I just think refreshing is not an awful thing. And that's my authentic self saying, do you, boo.
I think my false self would be acting as if something doesn't bother me that does.
Okay, fine. So I am curious, would you be able to do therapy with President Trump?
Oh, I would love to do therapy. Wouldn't you love to do therapy with President Trump?
Peel the layers of the hair.
Actually, I think you should do therapy with President Trump. I'll work with Melania.
No, I would love Melania, but I would love Ivanka.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, God, I love her shoes. I know, everybody is so mad at me because I like her shoes. And sometimes
false
she's
self.
Fascinating.
I just thought of something false self for myself.
Yes, get it. Get it, girl.
Being in a spiritual place with somebody, whether it's a temple or a church, whether I'm at a wedding or a funeral, if I'm, praying or reciting, that's usually a false self.
Really? Nam-myoho Renge Kyo? You don't...
Oh, I know Nam.
You do?
Nam-myoho
Renge Kyo.
Nam-myoho Renge Kyo.
Oh my God, you know that?
I do.
Yay. Okay, so then what about...
Buddhist chants are more my vibe because they're just kind of sounds and the meaning that you bring it. It doesn't mean that I don't have thoughts or whatever, but I'm usually doing it for others rather than for myself.
So, you want someone in life who can handle the good, the bad, the ugly, the heavy. Like if you're not strong enough to handle my stuff, then, I've got to go.
Right.
I want someone who is going to be able to handle my stuff just like I can handle their stuff.
Absolutely. I think it depends on the depth of the issue you're presenting in the scenario. So like you're saying, on a first date, you don't want to necessarily come in and sit down and start saying, oh, I just want you to know I'm a manic depressive and I'm having an episode right now. Look, if you're in the middle of an episode, don't go on a first date. But,
so, as we wrap this up, let's talk about some strategies. What are 3 things in your mind that we can do to focus on authenticity in ourselves?
My first thing is go towards what your fears are. So it's really about kicking shame's ass. So if it is that you struggled with substance abuse, then try to get comfortable, practice getting comfortable, just closing that, right off. Own it. Be proud of it.
So like make a list of your flaws.
Sure, yeah. A fearless inventory, as they say in the 12 steps. Yeah. I'm not in program, so I just want to be clear, authentically. I work with addicts, and codependents, and I'm the adult child of an alcoholic, so I do understand.
Hey now, whoa, what's up, girl?
Yeah,
what's up?
So I get it.
Yes. Number 2. I'm totally putting you on the spot.
You're putting me. I'm going to be authentically yourself.
What about honoring when something brings you joy? Make like a joy list, like, oh, okay, I love connecting with nature, or I love animals, or, because sometimes people don't know what brings them joy. So to sit down and just chill out a little bit. And
I think another good thing, would be meditation.
Yes.
Meditation where you can come up with the things for these lists, but to, like, I like to sit outside and watch squirrels and birds, and I've always been like this, and I'm not a crazy bird person or anything like that.
You were a hippie in your last life.
Maybe, but I imagine what the birds' experience are, or like the dog's experience is, because we're so disconnected from our natural selves. And I think, wow, how fucking great would it be to be a bird and not have to deal with some of the things they don't worry about, paying their bills on time, or getting to the to-do list, or that they miss somebody's birthday, or whatever.
They just get to poop on people's heads.
You just get to...
Did that ever happen to you growing up?
Oh, sure.
Do you know how many times a bird has pooped on my head?
They say that's good luck.
I know. Well, I feel blessed.
So you're blessed.
Who knew? But it is a mindfulness. That's a mindfulness technique, right? When you go outside and you look at the trees and you breathe and you look at, any, hiking or leaves, or, that's a beautiful way to get out of your head.
Yeah.
So that's a very nice, authentic moment with yourself.
Yeah, I think I would definitely say that, and just imagine yourself as another animal that you're seeing, and like what matters to you as an animal.
I'm a tiger. Roar! wait. Once a month, I'm definitely a tiger.
So I think that's something I might do. Yeah. What, to get in touch with your spirit animal?
If you were an animal, what would you be?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I think it is a good question, because like, what qualities, what traits do you have? I think I would probably be a cat. But I would probably be like a Siamese cat, because they're more dog-like. And so I think that this is part of my false self is probably, getting back to the original question about
Wrap
my
it
false
up.
self.
Bring it back home, Jenny.
Is I think I come off as being far more extroverted than I am.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I on the outside, I'm very extroverted, but on the inside, I'm very introverted. I do like to be quiet. I like to be alone. I like to be very low-key, have a smaller group of close friends. Yeah, so I think that that's something that usually surprises people. And I can get very, very nervous. Oh, and I'm terrified of public speaking.
Really?
Yeah.
You are so good, though. You are. I would never guess.
But it's, I'm getting better. I used to be good at it. Then I had it kind of beaten out of me. And
do you care what people think? Is that part of it?
Yeah, I think I do. Of course I do. But more than what they think of me personally, it's more that I want to represent not just myself, but the work that I'm doing or an idea. So if we're talking about authenticity, I want to give people something useful. And so if I feel like I've fucked that up, then I will regret that. I want to take the opportunity to make a good impression and to help. Yeah.
It's hard to stay in the journey, but isn't that life?
Yeah.
It's just stay in the moment.
Well, I was a pudgy kid.
Oh, me too.
I was a pudgy
Aww.
kid, so, I felt very self-conscious. I grew up in a very affluent neighborhood, and we didn't have a lot. And, kids are cruel, and I think that sticks with you.
And look at how you have developed into a beautiful young woman.
Well, I came to own it. You
That's
just
right.
come to own your flaws.
Yes.
And
your
differences.
Yes.
And your authentic self becomes a strength later on.
Yes, you
I
embrace
love my
it.
big nose.
Yes, girl, and my big mama hips. That is right. You learn to own everything. That's the most beautiful thing about getting older, is you embrace everything. So, from us to you, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like these videos. And my Jenny girl is going to be on more videos. And we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, Dr. Wendy.